Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Now, today we're reading for November 28th, 29th, and 30th, and then December 1st. So that is Monday through Thursday. Now, because it's during the week, I use my two Radley Valentine decks. I use my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and then I will pull one from my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. Now, I also use my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies by Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. And I will pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for this is just the introduction, and this will be tagged on all of the readings. If you want to bypass, if this is the first time and you're like, well, where's the reading? Go down into the description. You'll see for Crosswatchers with a timestamp. Click on that, and it should jump you right where your readings are. Now, because this is the introduction, I am going to use my Rider-Waite traditional tarot, and I am going to pull one from my Osha Zen tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. I am a Reiki master, but remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I call myself an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and Source, and let whatever the message is come through. Now, the one thing I do like to talk about, what's going on in the planets. And, you know, the weekend, the planets were still very intense, but they weren't doing a whole lot, okay? But they're very intense in that moment of not doing a whole lot. But what we have on the 29th and the 30th, we have Mercury, which is 19 degrees in Sagittarius, and on the 30th, we have Venus, 19 degrees of Sagittarius. Both of these, now this is the fire energy. Mercury is our communications. It's our hearing news type of energy. Venus is our relationship. Both of these are opposing to Mars, which is retrograde, 19 degrees again in Gemini. So remember, you know, fire and air becomes very combustible. It just, you know, when you add air to fire, fire to air, it just grows and grows and grows. These are opposing, so there could be some interesting issues with our communications, in our news, also with our relationships. Now, on the 30th also, Mercury again in Sagittarius, well, that will be sextiling to Saturn, which is 19 degrees in Aquarius. So we've got that 19 energy there. So, you know, numbers are very important, so kind of think about that. But Saturn is Saturn in Aquarius has always been about illusion versus reality. So but these two are really kind of buddying up with each other. So they're kind of, that Sagittarius energy, Mercury in Sagittarius, is kind of giving a little bit of oomph to that Saturn. And we also have on the 30th Mars, again retrograde, 19 degrees. So this 19 is the big frame, is the big message here too. That is trining with Saturn. And again, this gives it a little bit more of a push. This is like, Mars in Gemini being kind of that cheerleader for Saturn in Aquarius. So that's an interesting energy. Mars, of course, is, the god of war, the planet of war. Gemini, very, air energy. Aquarius, very air energy. Saturn. Well, Saturn's been making a mess of a lot of things for us. So, it's really making us delve into those hidden things that we would have liked to have kept secret. So, let's see. So, I kind of think that the 29th and 30th and maybe the 1st, that there could be a lot of stress put on relationships and a lot of stress be put on what we're hearing. So, it could be a lot of stress during this week. More around that 30th time, more around, the 29th through the 1st even. Okay, let's see what higher power, what do you want to say? And we're going to be using our White Rider cards. What would you like to say to people out there? What do they need to know? What do we need to know? What do I need to know? What are we going to do? What's going to happen this weekend? Where are we at? Or this week, I should say. This week. What are we going to do? Let's see what we've got here. I feel like we just need to keep shuffling for a little bit longer. Here we go. I know, it's always waiting. But remember, preparation is what, the definitional block is preparation to meet opportunity. So sometimes it just feels like we're waiting. We still need to live our lives. We still need to get up in the morning and, just raise our vibrations, connect with higher power, and do whatever it is that we're being inspired to do, keeping it for the good. Here we go. Let's see what we have. So anything that's reversed is a little stronger. Let's see. Remember, court cards have dual energies, and we'll talk about them if we have a court card. First card is, well, here we go. The Knight of Cups. It is reversed, so it's a little stronger energy. So when we talk about the court cards having dual energies, well, the Page, which is before the Knight, has the Earth energy, the Pentacle energy, the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, money, job energy. And you know that Capricorn and Taurus, Capricorn has Pluto in it, and Taurus has Uranus going retro. It will be going direct, I think. Is it a month or 2 months? So it is starting to slow down a little bit. Anyway, this is the Knight of Cups. So Knight energy, underlying energy is fire. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, passionate, burning, determined energy. Cup energy is our water energy. That is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. Pisces is the one that has Neptune in retro, though it is slowing down. It is getting stationary. It's becoming stationary because it's about to go direct. So that has, so we have Neptune, and then we also have Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter is about to move, not quite yet, and it's not changing direction, so it's going with the same speed it always has into Aries, but that I think is more in December. So we have the water energy. Now the water energy is the underlying energy for the Queen. Okay, so we have this fire energy underlying, really passionate energy, wanting to get things done, but then we have this spiritual energy, this water energy. And fire and water, water can contain fire, fire can contain water. Sometimes you can throw water on fire and you get steam and smoke. Sometimes, water itself, sometimes they mix, sometimes they don't mix well either. Sometimes they can be very, very useful energy. Now, the Knight of Cups, and this might have something to do with our Venus being in Sagittarius. It could have it might have something to do with that Mercury too, but, that Sagittarius energy, Venus is very, emotional, a very relationship type of energy. So Knights are directional. So this is something that really, you've got the passion of that fire, but you also have that emotional energy, that wanting energy. A lot of times the Knight of Cups has a romantic energy, a dreamy energy, and that's where that Pisces might be coming in. But, you kind of look at the cup, you look at this, he's holding his cup, he's holding his horse. His horse is just kind of like looking down, prancing a little bit. I don't really know if he is moving forward or if he's prancing in place. He's holding his cup, and he's really being very careful with his next steps. He's being very careful with where he's going. So he's not necessarily rushing into anything. He's very, he's just very watchful. I'm getting a very watchful energy with the Knight of Cups. I'm getting a very careful energy, kind of holding that fire energy back, kind of doing that, kind of putting the, the hose to the fire in many, many ways too. Watching, waiting. Ready, the prancing is, the horse wants to get going, but he's not letting the horse go forward just yet. But traditionally, the Knight of Cups is about new romances, new emotional situations also. Our next card is, we have the Six of Pentacles. Now this has popped up a couple of times before, Pentacles, again, is our earth energy. 6 is the number of man. It's the money. It's the energy that we put into something to make it happen. The 6 of Pentacles is money coming from unexpected sources. It's money coming like we're not really, wow, that money that checks in the mail and then the mail actually comes. Or you might find that something, somebody came in and paid off a bill. There's a lot of people that do the pay it forward, where you go in and, you're at a restaurant and you find out somebody paid your bill. So this is money. This is unexpected money. This is largesse. And we do have that wonderful Jupiter. It is still in a slow-mo type of motion right now. In Pisces, it's going to get a little bit, it's going to get its direction moving a little bit more so, but it is still kind of in that slow-mo. So this is unexpected money. Again, I get this very much, this waiting, unexpected money, but waiting, keep waiting for the unexpected money. I'm not sure. The one thing I did not talk about is that, I talked about the page, the knight, and the queen. I did not talk about the king. The king's underlying energy is air, swords, and that is our Aquarius, our Gemini, and our Libra. And we know Aquarius has Saturn in it, and Gemini has Mars in it right now. So here we go. Last card is now, again reversed, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, I told you I had the waiting. Well, the Knight of Pentacles really is the waiter, is waiting also. So we have the underlying of the fire, Pentacle energy, that money energy, that earth energy. The Knight of Pentacles, what he likes to do is he likes to survey his options. He likes to survey his choices. He wants to make sure that what he's doing has a reasonable success rate. Okay? But once he's assured himself, once he's got his plan in action or in paper, and once he knows that there's a good, like a 95% chance that this of success, he gets started. He looks like he's stationary right now. Remember, this one, the emotional part wants to prance, wants to move, but again, ever since I get this waiting, unexpected money coming, unexpected money for the universe. This one is, okay, we're waiting a little bit more, but once it gets going, there's nothing that can stop the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Okay, so something, we're waiting, emotional energy, fire energy for both of these, money coming in, waiting, and once the Knight of Pentacles gets the go, nothing can stop it. Okay, let's see what we have here with the Osha Zen Tarot, and let's see what this is all about here. Oh, while I'm shuffling, please remember to go down there, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell. I have many people saying, I can't find your videos, and I'm not sure why they get hidden. I put them all in a playlist, but they do. I mean, people will be on one side and say, I can't find the other, and they should all be together. So the liking, sharing, and the subscribing does help, so thank you. Okay, let's see. Osha Zen Tarot. Higher power. Anything else to add? We're waiting. We've got a lot of emotion here, a lot of wanting this new experience. We got, we're here, we're waiting, something to do with money, job, career here. Unexpected money coming in. Once that one page, once that knight gets the go-ahead, when all the plan, it's a blank slate. It's a blank slate. So here we have, this is a 5. 5 is about change, positive, negative. This is one of these cards that's very unique to Osha Zen Tarot. It is nothingness, no-thingness. It's a blank slate. Nobody really knows. Or it's not, I shouldn't say nobody knows. I know that God's source knows, but it's not being revealed just yet. That one's a little frustrating, but that gives still a lot of opportunities. So waiting, money coming in, waiting for the get-go. We're just not being told. We're just not being told. So what does it all mean? You tell me. It's always interesting, but Again, do the like, share, subscribe, and clicking on the bell for notifications. And why don't we get started with our readings now? Hello, my Tauruses, and how are you doing? It's going to just be an interesting week, but that week, and that 29th, 30th, and the 1st, you'll definitely do well with it. And just keep pushing forward. Just keep pushing forward, my Tauruses. You have been made for these times. You've been made for these times. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we've got here for my precious Tauruses. Okay, let's see. Higher power, what do you want to tell our Tauruses? What do you want to share or tell our Tauruses here? Again, I got, whoever, I don't know you, but like I said, you were made for this time. You are much stronger than you even think you are. Just stay firm. Stand firm. Okay, let's see what we've got here. These two are reversed. First card is the World. The World. Like I said, you're made for these times. You are supposed to be here at this time. Whatever you're doing is going to have a bigger impact. You don't see it right now, but and again, too, I've had this conversation with higher power, with God. It's like, God, I don't mind if whatever's happening is for my own edification or if it's for people that I love and it's close to me. But if it's somebody that's like 12 people away from me, or, the 6th degree of separation, come on now, where they tell a story about somebody and it's like, oh, and that's the person. And people learn. I know that. It's hard. It's hard. It's like, what is the purpose of the things that you're going through? What is the purpose of suffering? What is the purpose? It's not necessarily something that God source is doing. It's something that we have done to ourselves in some ways. Yeah, maybe. But it's also because we live in a world that is not perfect, okay? But then we have, like I said, I'm getting this big thing, and I know I'm not trying to preach at you, but I'm getting this big sense for my Tauruses. You were made for this moment. You were made for this time. Even though it's hard and it's a burden, you are very strong and you bring something very positive to the world. And then what is our first card that we come up with? We come up with the World. So we have a 21, 2 is choices, 1 new beginning, add it together are 3, celebration, creativity, the power of 3. This is Archangel Michael. Michael is the warrior angel, believed to be the leader of the warriors, of the angels that go into battle. Michael is the defender, is the protector also. So really very strong, powerful things. Now, the World card comes up when you're coming to a point where you've learned your lessons, where you can now rest in your laurels, where you can say, okay, I'm going to enjoy this time a little bit more, and I'm going to just reflect back. I'm just going to think about things, where I've come from, how far I've even traveled during my time. So this week could be a time of reflection. I want you to really look at the positive energies, the positive things that have happened to you, and the positive ways you have interacted with the world. But the thing about the World then says, after you've done that, you can choose to stay there for a little bit of time. Then it's on for some new adventures. It's on for your next chapter. So a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insights. Next card reversed. The Knight of Gabriel. Now, Gabriel is fire energy. Knights are fire energy. So here it is. You've come full circle. And maybe this is going back to, remember, like 2019, 2020, when it's like you were just so close and then things just went, to heck in a handbasket type of thing. And now it's like you've come full circle. Things are revving up again, even though the world may not necessarily feel that way. But your life, things are changing for you, or they're feeling that way. There's a sense of optimism here. And now the Knight of Gabriel comes. So Knight's underlying energy, fire. Gabriel, fire, fire, fire. Directional, going after something with a passion. So that the world brings you some clarity. The world brings you some focus. It tells you this is where, and then the Knight of Gabriel says, now's the time for you to follow those dreams. Now's the time for you to, now that you have more clarity, Now's the time for you to just keep marching on, keep going forward, and doing it with a love of whatever it is, a love of life, a love of passion. Okay? So because the Knight is just saying, let's do this, let's live our lives. So the Knight actually does throw off some of the restraints that's been holding Taurus. I mean, you're very, you think things through, your earth energy, so you don't just run off. But the Knight is kind of saying, come on, let's do this. Let's do this, my Tauruses. So you might feel like the energies are pushing you into a new direction, okay? Doesn't mean you have to take it. Doesn't mean you don't have to take it. But the Knight of Gabriel is confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. So real strong energies right there. Next card here, reversed, the 9 of Gabriel. So once you make your decision, once you do your path, the 9, let's wrap it up. You've got everything you need. The 9 comes right before that 10. So it's kind of like you've got what you need. What are you going to do with it? And then the 10 transitions you forward. The 9 tells you don't give up. The 9 tells you don't look back so much. Look forward. Look at the opportunities that will be coming. Believe that there are opportunities that are coming. Believe that there is more. Believe that you are more. Okay? And that you have more coming for you also. So, the 9 of Gabriel is stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. So something's going on this week for you. I mean, the world is just very much good job, great job. Here's the world on your platter, or the world in your hands. It's very just positive, overall positive energy. You've learned what you need to learn. And then with this fire energy, it's like you keep moving forward. Do not move backwards. Do not give up. Okay? So it might be one of those times this week that you're this close to that silver mine, or you're this close to that gold strike. Okay, so let's see. Guardian angel. So it seems like a very, it seems very positive energy, but it does feel like it's a very, like you're going to have to put some passion into doing this. So you're going to have to make a decision to jump. Okay, so let's see. Guardian angels, what do you have? You're going to have to make a choice in that. What do you have for my Tauruses? What do you have for our Tauruses, my sweet, wonderful Tauruses? Here we go. Guardian of thought. So this is the king of air. Air, kings, air energy, air. Thought processes, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Aquarius and Gemini. Gemini is going to be the big one with Mars, and it's going to be coming with the relationships, what I talked about in the beginning, that especially around the 29th, 30th, and that first energy. So guardian of thought, linear in its thinking, thinking things through, making some really very possible and probable plans. Anyway, you may be called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect words, and you'll do brilliantly. You may be asked to be a mentor or to find one yourself. This situation involves someone who's professional, with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. This person, who could be you, may be emotionally unavailable, because this person steps back from the drama of others so that he can, and again, doesn't matter if you're male or female, masculine energy, so he can think clearly. He doesn't want his brain or his thoughts cluttered by the drama, okay? He doesn't want it to be, he doesn't want to be cluttered by unneeded energies. He doesn't want to have the emotional energy. He doesn't want to have the passionate energy. He doesn't want to have to be worrying about money. He just wants to think and think very clearly on his next step. So let's see what we've got going on with the inspirational wisdom from our angels and our fairies. Here we go. And I like that. I like that, you know, fairies, many believe fairies to be earth angels, an angelic being that just is a little bit closer to the earth. So let's see. What do you have for my Tauruses? What do you have for my Tauruses? Here we go. Fairy Rebels. Life can be joyful if you allow your faith to open the doors that will make this happen. Remove the barrier and everything will be clear. Ooh, interesting with that. So here we go with that. Okay. So remove the barriers. Keep moving forward. All right. Everything will be clear. I'd like that. Here we go. What crystal or energy for my Tauruses? Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Would be helpful for my lovely, lovely Tauruses. Selenite is all about psychic insights, and you're very, very psychic. Blessings, fidelity, deep connection. Okay. So my Tauruses, what does this mean? How does this fit? Let me know, please. Take that time also to do the like, the share, the subscribe, the clicking on the bell for notifications so that my channel's not so hidden. As always, my Tauruses, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.